Hello there, nobody in particular. My name is Navliir. Welcome back to the Forever World. We're here at the farming base, and I need to get serious with you for a second. Ignore Jeff. He's been screaming for like 20 days now at this point. It's just a life choice. It can't be helped. And speaking of life choices, I need you to think about a choice that you've made that completely changed the trajectory of your life. You got it? Good. Marinate in a little bit, feel all those feelings. Good. Now forget it. Drop it like a poisonous potato, because today we're going to make a brand new life choice that will completely change the trajectory of our forever world. Yeah, you thought the stakes were high before? Nope. This is happening. Today, we're going to build a marketplace in our farming base. Wait. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Nav, no. That time I got my toes stuck in that thing and now I only have 9 toes was way more consequential. Well, I'm glad I'm here to tell you, no, you're wrong. And don't complain about losing a toe, because now you're basically Frodo Baggins, but with feet. Right over here, across from the starter base, and right in front of the builds we just made in our last episode, we have this big open space, and I think this is the space we want to use for our marketplace. So the marketplace is basically going to be a trading hall for farmer villagers and maybe 1 or 2 fishermen. Fishermen aren't really the best villagers to have, but they do trade campfires, which is going to be really nice to have. But we'll utilize this space out here and maybe have, I don't know, maybe around like 8 villagers, 8 farmer villagers, and maybe 2 fisher villagers. I don't know, something like that. And since we went through all this trouble to make this awesome villager breeder, and we have all the villagers ready, and we have a zombie curing area in the basement all set up, all we need is Shrek, our zombie. Obviously, we're going to do some zombie villager curing. So with the breeding building all set up, we have most of everything we need, you know, minus the zombie. But we do need things like golden apples and potions. Checking what we have in storage, we have 1 sugar, 19 brown mushrooms, and I think, okay, 6 spider eyes. So that means we can make at least 1 potion of weakness, but we can easily get more sugar. We have our brewing stand to actually brew the potions. And then we need things to cure the zombies with. So yeah, so once we throw the potion on, we have so many apples. This is from cutting down all those oak and dark oak trees. What we don't have is gold. Unfortunately, I think that means we need to go into the nether. We need to go and create like a really quick and dirty piglin zombie farm and get golden nuggets that way. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not going to have fun. All right, we're back here in the nether by our nether portal that is a little bit precariously perched. So I was thinking of just using this space right here for it, but I don't know. I mean, there's 5 zombie piglins here. I think if we go towards the nether fortress, that's actually a better spot. So this is the spot I was thinking of. The nether fortress entrance is like just over here, and it's this huge open space in the nether wastes. And here we have our quick and dirty, simple, zombified piglin farm, our gold farm. You come up the side here. Everything has a slab on it, so nothing can spawn in here. We have cobblestone, so gas can't destroy it, no matter how hard they've been trying. And all we have to do is attack one of these zombie piglins, and they're going to come at us. They're going to think they can walk on these blocks, but they can't. And they're going to fall into this hole. And then we come down here, and we just swing at their feet while they are helpless. So let's get this party started. I missed. First try. That scared me. They do a lot of damage, which is why we have slabs on everything. So let's come down here, and now we just do this for forever, for the rest of our lives, because we need at least 1 stack of gold ingots, and they drop gold nuggets. 9 nuggets is 1 ingot. So we'll be here forever. So forever ended up lasting more like 10 minutes because that was a horrible idea. I don't have looting on my sword, and, you know, they don't always drop nuggets, and 9 nuggets is 1 ingot. So I was like, you know, what is a better way to do this? And I thought, we can find the Badlands. I found the Badlands biome early on when we were exploring. It was really small, but gold generates way more often in Badlands biomes. So during my regular Sunday stream, me and chat went over to the Badlands to find some gold. I'm pretty sure gold generates in the Badlands. And I was also thinking of maybe grabbing some terracotta. I don't know if I could bring it over. Oh, that's a hole in the ground. That's a hole. That's not fun. Okay. Do we just, like, if I saw gold. Okay. I think it's safe to say that's what's going on here. So I want to build like a little base here, right? Okay, we need to throw down some of this because it's going to get really, really mobby over here. And mobby is a word now. I've decided. Mobby forever going forward. That's what it... Yeah. If we ever have to describe an area that's covered with mobs, or that will be covered with mobs, we're going to use the word mobby. I expect us all to do it. And I expect everyone in the population to be using that word in the next few months. It'll catch on. Super mobby over here. It looks like a really mobby area. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be streaming. Oh, that looks like death. Oh, it's not that bad. Gold. Okay, we made the right decision. I'm so glad we made the right decision. Kathy's on board. Yes, it's going to happen. I tried to do the same thing with Phasmophobia and Spooky Balls. If you guys know Phasmophobia, there's like an evidence called Ghost Orbs. And instead of people calling it Ghost Orbs, I wanted them to call it Spooky Balls. Because, like, duh. Like, you missed a fantastic opportunity right there. Like, who in their right mind, right? Like, Spooky Balls. That's it. I have been smart. Gold. Oh my gosh, look at all the golds. This is what I've been living for. This is what I've been looking for. Gold. 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 All right, this was the right choice. If only I had, like, fortune, then this would be, like, super easy. Okay, yeah. This was absolutely the right choice. Copper golems. You're absolutely right. I was excited for that. I'm excited for that. Look at all of this gold. Should I leave some? Should I just grab as much as I can, or should I just get the stack that I want? Because, like, I can always come back with fortune, right? Missed that. What about the hay bales in the village? Oh yeah, for food. We could do that. We can come back here. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it looks like it's still in the Mesa, in the Badlands. So it's 48. Yeah, let's just get a stack. And then, you know, see how we feel. Yeah, leave the rest for when we have fortune. Why do I hear a zombie? Just leave me alone. Should it be so mobby here? Skeletons are the worst. Look how unmobby it is here. Unmobby. Okay. We did it. We did stuff. I got stuff. Okay, cool. We didn't finish this. What am I going to do with this? Should I finish it now? I guess maybe. Just typically what you want to do, right? Oops. Look at all that. And that was a great idea. We got so much more gold than we were going to get at that gold farm. And we got over a stack. We got, let's see. This should be enough for, so that's 8 villagers right there. And then 2 more, so 10. So we should be able to cure 10 villagers now. With all that gold that we got, we can now cure our villagers, but we're still missing one thing. Once we have them cured, we want to actually trade with them. And the thing that I want to trade are pumpkins and melons. So the last thing that we did on stream was actually knock down this wall and do our best to make this look good. We made this stairway that comes down to this hole over here. The pumpkin melon farm is on our to-do list, and I was planning on putting it out over here on the side of Bear Mountain, but I had an idea, like, why don't we put it down here in this hole? So I built this platform, and the idea was that we're going to have like this little walkway that comes around and maybe goes up and down on this side, and there'll be farms. All of our farms will be built into the sides of this hole in the ground, because let's be honest, I have a ton of holes in the ground. They're all over my base here, and we might as well use them. Well, I've been busy. Let me show you what I did. So we're here in another portal room. Okay, pretty much the same. I just showed you that we have this brand new staircase that comes down to like this landing. But look what I did. I made it so much nicer. I filled in like the ceiling with the cobblestone thing that we've been doing with the cobblestone coming down. And then the walls, same walls that we've been doing all over the place. And when you come over here, I knocked this out a little bit. We have a working pumpkin melon farm. So let me show off the interior here. This is our pumpkin melon farm. There's 2 levels to it. The bottom one here are pumpkins, right? Yep. Pumpkins down here. And then on the top level, we have melons up there. And the minecart is going around collecting all these things, and it brings up here to this unloader. The unloader will unload the stuff into a dispenser here, and a dispenser will shoot each of the objects into a water current here that goes into some hoppers. So here are all the hoppers. I had to find some more iron to actually make these. Iron is becoming a problem. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. I really like the way this looks. I like the aesthetic. And we actually have, that's a fair amount. While I've been doing all this work, I made sure I made the pumpkin melon farm first. This is a fair amount of pumpkins and melons to start with. All right, now that our pumpkins and melons are being reliably auto-harvested within render distance right over here, we can actually start working on the marketplace. Let's do this thing. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse, and we now have a beautiful marketplace right over here. It looks freaking awesome, and the color looks different. I just updated this world to 1.21.7. It looks different, right? I'm not crazy. Jeff is still screaming. I don't know if I should be concerned. It's been a long time. So here is the marketplace. I wanted it to be an outdoor place. Like I wanted it to be outside, fresh air. That's the farming vibe. So we have like this section inside the marketplace. And obviously we have this giant wall, right, to protect everything in here, because if it's outside, then it's kind of dangerous. But this wall should protect them. We have stalls that go along the wall here, and then some stalls that are out over here. I haven't actually tested this yet. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to use an activator rail to get the villagers in here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if we can actually use this design. So we have 8 spots for farmer villagers and then 2 for fisherman villagers. And we have this nice little pond over here that I took some time to make look nice. And we have a nice tree here, which is... I'm sorry, it's the best I can do. I'm not really good at custom trees, but it needed something, and I don't know what else to put in this spot. So I have a little like storage area over here, which I thought made sense. I used some campfires to try to emulate like shelving. So we have storage over here. When we're training, we can put stuff in here like emeralds or food or whatever. But yeah, this is the marketplace that I really, really like the way it came out. If you like it too, make sure you leave a comment and make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Out of curiosity, let's see how these farms were doing as I was building this marketplace. So the first one is the potato and carrot farm. That looks pretty good. Let's see if there's any blockages. I have to kind of fix the way this works. Okay, yeah, doing good. We want to change the current so that's coming in on one of the sides and going this way, not in the center, because things will get caught right over there. Next, let's go check out the pumpkin melon farm. All right, so I combined all the melons, and that's looking really good. I do need a faster way to get down here. I think as we expand, we're going to have a spot right here that has a staircase going up, so that we can easily get down. Instead of having to go through the house, out the back door, down the tower, down these stairs to get over here, we'll have multiple ways to get in. All right, we're back here in our base, and I'm here for the sunrise. Wow, it actually looks really pretty, even without like shaders. Okay, that's pretty good. I really do like the way this came out. I think what we're going to do is put some farmland here, some wheat we're going to grow here with a little path that goes from our road to the marketplace. But I think that's really all we have time for today, because this video is already like 2 days late. So we can come over here to our to-do board, and we can actually cross off the pumpkin melon farm. Do I have... All right, I had 1 glowing sack left. There we go. Pumpkin melon farm is done. And I think we're going to hold off on these farms for a little bit, because these were the real important ones. So the next thing we got to do is get all of our villagers into the marketplace. And we're not going to do that today. Like I said, we got to get this video out. But I do think I'm going to be doing this on stream. If you want to catch my streams, make sure you follow me on Twitch, and you can join my Discord if you're interested. But with that, we're at the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Bye.